Hello YouTube, let's play some chess, playing with the white pieces. And let's see, we're gonna get a transposition to a Jobava London. C6 is an alright first move, but yeah, if he wants to play the Caro-Kann, that's not happening today. This is kind of a transposition to Jobava London line, so I'm comfortable here. Okay. And this is one of the lines I like most, especially if he plays e6. I'm just gonna hop my knight in early and go for an early g4. Okay, he kind of prevents that idea. I'm fine trading bishops here. I'm actually taking with a pawn to give my queen some squares here. And I'm not gonna go there just yet, just castling before. And here, probably gonna drop my knight there. Could also trade. I think this makes sense. He can no longer attack my bishop there. And this would just be a fork, so that's not scary. So let's prepare an e-pawn push. And he could take with the bishop, but after I take back that knight, it's a bit awkward. Yeah, he has to move back to one of these squares. And again, if he takes with the knight, that's just a fork, so he can't. Also, I missed this. That's stupid, because that's a thing in a lot of variations. But maybe he lets me play it next move anyway. Yeah, he doesn't. I could have taken and then taken the bishop afterwards if he takes my knight. And if he doesn't, I was attacking his queen as well. But now that no longer works. Let's see, does this make any sense? If he takes my bishop, I can take that knight. So he'd have to take... Let's say then e4. Looks scary actually for him. He takes with the knight. Similar. Let's go for that. He isn't castled yet, so I'm going for the attack. If he takes my bishop, I can take this knight first with check. And then take back. So he pretty much has to take this knight. He chooses to take it like that. Yeah, and they just have really good control over the center now. And he isn't castled yet. Okay, he goes for that. I could push, which makes a bit of sense. Could also just start bringing my pieces in. I think that's alright actually. My pawns are fine where they are for now. Yeah, I guess if I take with the pawn now, he gets this, but after I attack his queen there, the knight is probably dropping. Maybe he has this. There I can maybe sack and then take the queen. Yeah, so this should be alright. And again, if he doesn't take, that's good central control. Yeah, I'm happy with this. Let's see, takes. Is also alright actually. Because I'm getting a rook on the 7th. But I could take and then take his queen. And his king is opened up and I still have control over the d-file. So I think that's better, but it's close. But it's nice to play a queen sacrifice anyway, so. And he's fighting for the d-file. I'm gonna fight as well. And I'm gonna win the fight. I don't see a way for him to keep that file. And even though it's equal material, I feel like I'm in a slightly better endgame. All my pawns are connected. And I have control over the only open file. I guess the G file is half open as well. That's less important, I feel like. Okay, so he does take. Now I can't get a rook on the 7th here, because his knight is defending. If I attack his knight, he probably blocks. Okay, that's interesting. Could go here, but it might be a bit passive. This is a lot more active. My knight is defending this. If he starts attacking my knight, I feel like that's... does he just want to go for a rook trade like that? Let's just defend that pawn. That's something that needs to happen anyway. He might just go for this. This also helps my king get into the game. I think it's still a bit drawish. Yeah, he is going for that. Let's say I bring my knight in. We trade. Well, I can't even go here, there. In that position. Bring my rook all the way up. Let's say he goes here. Doesn't really do anything. I think I'm gonna bring my king and say, after this, I'm just gonna trade. And at least my king is a bit more active. Now he has a 3-on-2 here. But he also has an isolated pawn, and I have a 4-on-3 on this side. And he has 3 pawn islands, I only have 2. I think it's still a draw. Objectively, it should be slightly better. Don't know if I want to go here, but still. Let's play this. Stopping c5. And also stopping the king from coming in. And actually f4 is a good idea, because if he trades, then he has 2 isolated pawns there. Okay. Now I want to get a knight there, which is not easy to do. He's gonna push at some point. Let's just push here first. Actually, let's just kick his king back. King can't come in, so that's always nice. Let's reposition my knight. I'm trying to get there. He might be quicker. I think I can just go here. That check's not scary, so... I still have a 4-on-3 on this side of the board, so should be fine. Okay, that makes sense. I could go here now. Just defending. Let's go for that. I just don't want to let his king in. And a3 doesn't work with the knight here, so... And after this, if he pushes, okay, that's a passed pawn. But I do win a pawn. Okay, that makes sense as well. I'm just gonna continue my plan. I can also go through d3. With a knight in there. Okay, so he's going for the pawns over there. Which makes sense. Let's say I push. And push again. Doesn't look like he has much. Can also push all the way. to make it a little bit quicker. I think that's fine as well. If he attacks a pawn, just pushing. And there, he can attack this pawn, but I can just defend with my king. So maybe he wants to go for this now, because there... Well, actually my knight would defend there. Let's go for this. And it's probably still a draw. But if anyone's better, it's me. Though I did lose this pawn in the end after all. Let's say this. He queens, I queen. Yeah, he does have a check. So that's not something I can allow. And I can actually defend, and then it's still alright. I think this is interesting. Maybe I'm making it too fancy. Yeah, he tries to get back, which makes sense. I could go here now. But if I push, takes with check. I go here. And maybe just let him take. Probably I messed this up a bit. Let's say this. He just defends quite easily. Could also go here first. Then he just takes my pawn. This. That doesn't make any sense. So if I go here, this is probably best. Let's defend this, attacks this. So that would just be a pawn trade. I'm not using my time very well, so that's gonna become a problem as well. Yes, Lisa's king still can't come in. He does have c5 though in some positions. Question is, do I defend with my king? c5 there. Well, in all the lines there, he drops his pawn, so that should be fine. Okay. That should be alright for me, I feel like. Another pawn, takes. I can defend. Maybe he's just trying to play quickly to try and win on time or something. Okay, if he pushes... Or is he gonna push and... I don't know. So push, takes. My king is in time. But not if he goes there. So let's go back. Maybe it's still a draw. Not sure. If it goes there, I feel like I'm quicker. This is a really interesting endgame, which is not nice if you only have a minute on the clock. I think it's just drawing. If he goes here and then pushes, I think I'm in time to defend. And at that time, he's probably in time to defend here, so there's that. And by the way, if I took... No, that doesn't make sense. So right now, take here. Can I take the knight actually if he goes back? Let's check. No, I don't think so. If he takes back, that's actually good for me. Okay, this is interesting. So if I take the knight, I think I have to go here now. Just stopping stuff. Also maybe threatening to come in and then bring my king and attack this pawn. At the same time, he's probably gonna get that pawn, so I'm not gonna get far with it, but at this point, especially given the time situation, I'm just hoping to trade off some material or for him to mess up. If I get a queen, I can try and push for a win, but probably that's not worth it. Okay. With my knight in here, actually, it's all quite a nice setup. Doesn't do much, but still. Yeah, I think it's just a draw. I don't see a way for me to promote this pawn and stop this. Maybe I can try something like this. Because now this check, I can probably give up my knight, maybe. Okay, let's say we trade here. Push. No, that's not best. Let's just make a draw. Maybe there was something there, but I'm just too slow to calculate all that. At least my king gets in here now, which is alright. I feel like that's an accomplishment, and then maybe I can start pushing. Yeah, only 20 seconds. I might still mess this up. I would like to trade these pawns off just to go for the draw, but he doesn't let me. And rightfully so, he's gonna play on time probably. Although he's not playing that quickly right now. So yeah, burn your time. That's a good thing for me if you do that. And this is awkward for him. Maybe it's winning for me, but with the 20 seconds, I'd still take a draw. Yeah, he's thinking a lot, so I'm gonna play quickly now. Let's reverse the roles. Of course, he tries to stop my pawn here. Let's go for a check. I don't know. Score my pawn. Looks interesting. Is he gonna go for something here? I think I can defend. Go there probably, yeah. Okay, and I lost some time anyway, yeah. Let's go to the game review because it's still an interesting game. And let's see what the engine has to say. Yeah, 88.6 accuracy. He had 88.5, so very equal game. And yeah, time is an interesting aspect of the game as well, so he won fair and square, I'd say. Yeah, here, like I said in the game, I don't know why, because this is a tactic I play a lot. I can just take here, basically attacking the queen and the rook. And if he takes my knight, I just take the bishop and I've won a pawn in the process. But I completely missed it, and then here he realized and basically stopped that idea, because in this case he can just take because the bishop is defended, so that would just lose me a piece. So here I felt like it was worth going for this. Engine doesn't like it, so probably not the wisest idea. Here still, I'm slightly better actually. This was best. I was contemplating this. Just b6, and even though I have a rook on the 7th, apparently it's fine for him. So he did make the right choice. And then here I had a slightly better endgame. And I think at some point in this endgame I was winning. But I just didn't have enough time. And here, apparently this is good for him. And then just attacking this, yeah, makes sense. I felt like here I was a bit on the back foot. But I recovered quite nicely, I think. And this was my only move here, so it was a good find, but it cost me too much time. And then here he gave me a lot of play. Yeah, this is just drawn, so intuition was right. And at some point I feel like I might have been better. Let's see if the engine agrees. No, apparently not. Yeah, this looks scary, but at the same time with these pawns here, my king can never get close to this, so yeah, makes sense. It's drawn, but I did lose in the end because of the time situation, but yeah, I think it's still quite an instructive video, especially because of the endgame. Let me know what you think, like and subscribe if you want more of this, and for now, thank you for watching. See you next time, bye bye!